Hi. So again, I'm Dia Kanoria. I'm the founder of Make the Change Education, and I'm really excited to be sharing our flagship Gaia Changemakers program with you today. But before we dive into the details, I'd like to tell you a little bit about why we think that the 15 to 19-year-olds need a program like this before they transition into adulthood. So I myself was a high school teacher at an international school in Switzerland, and I had a few aha moments when I was teaching. For example, I had a student named Andrea who asked me in environmental sciences if there was any good news. And I really had to tell her that it was not in the syllabus. And so we spent 2 years covering all the natural disasters, but nothing to offer solutions. And then another time, I had to explain to Andrea again why she had to learn classification of a plant and an animal species in Latin from memory. And again, I just felt at a loss. And so these are just a couple of anecdotes that prompted me to leave the classroom and found the Gaia Changemakers program with about 25 other Changemaker collaborators. So I'm going to ask you to humor me and imagine what your classroom looked like when you were 15. Maybe that was a long time ago, maybe it's pretty recent. And for parents listening today, maybe it looked something like this: tables, chairs, pen and paper. For our younger audience, maybe something more like this: pen and paper swapped for tablets, and whiteboards are now smartboards. But if we go a little further back to ancient Greece, well, we see they still had tablets, but other than that, the classroom structure looked pretty much the same. And so it's about time that we changed the way we learn. And that's what we want to do. Is we want to inspire kids to learn again. We want to inspire them to live with passion and be lifelong learners. And one of the challenges that this generation is facing is a skills and values gap. And so the World Economic Forum, which is based in Switzerland, where we are, has identified that climate change mitigation is one of the most transformative trends. And there's sharp increases in demand for creative thinking, resilience, flexibility, agility skills, environmental stewardship. So, I mean, this just delighted us when we actually read this report, because our Gaia Changemakers program addresses all of these, and it helps teens cope with the uncertainty, the digital overload, and a lack of purpose that is becoming more and more apparent in this generation. So, our program, we see it kind of like the Jedi training of life skills. And it's a 3-week regenerative journey across Zurich, Prague, and the Swiss Alps. And we focus on skills like self-discovery, leadership, resilience, and impact. So some of the kinds of activities that kids are going to be doing is workshops with other change makers. You can see here in the mountains, we have Felix Keller, who, for example, is a glaciologist and also a professional violinist. And we combine different elements of learning into our program. So just going to go back a little bit. And here you can see us at the WWF. So some of our speakers, they are making change in corporations. We're also regenerative in the way we approach our learning. And so you can see I have some very active workshops as well. And then we also have some fun, swimming in the lake on the weekends or going hiking. In Prague, we have a bit of STEM integration. And so we learn about the energy industry, the electronics industry, and we explore the cultural history as well and gentrification. And then in the mountains, it's really looking inward, and we use the creative aspects, music and art, to help us just detox and think about how we can personally lead ourselves. to start leading impact. And so some of our takeaways are, well, self-discovery. So having confidence in yourself to actually take action, having a sense of purpose, global awareness on issues like sustainability and innovation, communication, collaborating, and empathy. Community, we had seven students from 7 different countries last year, and so building really meaningful global friendships, and also advantages for your future, because a program like this, it can really set you up with standing out from the crowd, whether you are applying for university or applying for jobs. And so we teach you to become a change maker, a leader with impact. Our program cannot happen without the change makers, the innovators, and the NGOs that we partner with. So, for example, I mentioned WWF is one of them. And if you reach out to us, we'll send you a whole brochure full of our collaborators. And so, just a little bit of how you can learn more about us. We have a very detailed brochure. Maybe I can put a link in the chat if I'm allowed to do that. And I also recommend, this is such a unique program. And because of our collaborators, there's really nothing out there like it. So to book a call with myself, we love to get to know the students, and we love for you to get to know us. And just to let you know that it is a good time to book. Places are filling up, because if you book before the end of November, we also have a big discount available for you.
Great.
Okay. Thank you, Regan.
Thank you, Dia.